Today's video is going to be about self-respect. Self-respect is the most important thing for us as teenagers because self-respect leads us to better habits. Better habits leads us to a better life. Because when we master the foundations as a teen, in our 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, we're going to be set for life. Not just externally, but also in our mindsets as well. The first mindset that a lot of people need to have is a growth mindset. The second mindset that a lot of people need to have is a mindset of self-respect. No matter who you are, no matter what you do, self-respect is paramount. Self-respect should be your top priority underneath mental health. So what is self-respect? Self-respect is showing respect to yourself. How you would treat others, that's how you should treat yourself. Treat others how you want to be treated, but also treat yourself as how you treat others. If you treat others good, treat yourself good. If you treat them with respect, treat yourself with respect. Hold your ground. Do not stand for people making fun of you. There's a difference between people making fun of you and people just having a laugh with you. Know the difference. It's important. But anytime you feel offended, don't just sit there. Don't just take that, because that shows a sign of no self-respect. And when you have no self-respect, that's when your mental health drops as well. That's when you start to not love yourself. That's when you start to not like yourself, when your self-respect drops. So why does self-respect drop other than those types of situations? Why do you not feel happy to be you? Why do you not feel glad to be who you are? Why are you not proud of yourself? Why are you not happy with yourself? It all comes down to this: not doing what was right. Deep down, we know that scrolling on Instagram is not right. Just because everyone else is doing it doesn't mean you need to. We all know that phone usage is bad. We all know the effects of social media on our brains. And if you don't, search it up. We all know these facts, but yet why? Why the hell do we still do them? Because it's easy, and our brains love easy. Our brains don't want to do extra work, but we know deep down that that's the wrong decision to scroll on Instagram. And when you choose wrong decision, that's when you lose that self-respect. That's that little microscopic drop in self-respect. You're like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. Why'd I do that? Those kinds of situations are just like, I just spent 6 hours scrolling on Instagram. Shouldn't have done that. Those micro dips in self-respect, they might not seem significant. What about if you have those micro dips of self-respect every single day for over a year straight? You start off here, right? You say, oh, scrolling an hour on Instagram isn't that bad, right? But deep down you know it is, but you still do it. You're like, oh, I'm fine. The next day, I'm fine. No worries. A year later, you're down in the dumps and you're depressed. And you don't feel good about yourself. You don't feel happy to be you. You don't feel proud of yourself. The video games is less important than doing the homework or going to the gym. You know that the video games doesn't relax you. Your brain isn't relaxed when you play video games. You should maybe read or talk to your parents or speak to your friends instead. But you still do it because it's more fun. But yet also your grades are suffering at the same time. You still chose the wrong decision. No, whatever. The lack of self-respect is why most people will never love themselves. Because they don't respect themselves enough to do the good habits. How do you start to respect yourself, to do the good habits? How do you start respecting yourself? How do you start to love yourself? It's not easy, but it's simple. Do what you know is right. Make the decisions that you genuinely know are the right decisions to make. Do the homework or play the video games. You know that doing the homework is more important than playing the video games. You go for the video game, you're gonna have that dip in self-respect because you chose the wrong decision. You knew it was not the right decision. You knew it was wrong, but you did it anyway. You lost that self-respect. And when you lose that self-respect, you lose that love for yourself. When you lose that love for yourself, your mental health starts to drop. And that's the worst thing that can happen to anyone. In order to stop that, in order to gain that self-respect, to love yourself, do what you know is right. Make the proper decisions to help you grow. Is the right decision to do homework? Yes. Is the right decision to do the dishes instead of scrolling your phone? Yes. It's harder, but do them. You'll start to respect yourself more. Do the hard work. Now instead of later. Like, subscribe, share this video with someone who thinks he's knowledge, and as always, Malia Sui.